All right, we back on y'all for the next installment, part 9. We're gonna kind of just go through some brief bullet points, giving just an overview of the history of Turkmenistan. So let's go on and get into it. So it's saying historically inhabited by the Indo-Iranians. The written history of Turkmenistan begins with its annexation by the Achaemenid Empire of ancient Iran. After centuries of turmoil, over 1,000 years later, in the 8th century, Turkic speaking Oghuz tribes moved from Mongolia into present day Central Asia. Part of a powerful confederation of tribes, these Oghuz formed the ethnic basis of the modern Turkmen population. In the 10th century, the name Turkmen was first applied to Oghuz groups that accepted Islam and began to occupy present day Turkmenistan. There they were under the dominion of the Seljuk Empire, which was composed of Oghuz groups living in present day Iran and Turkmenistan. So we'll go on to just a couple of other little tidbits. In the 12th century, Turkmen and other tribes overthrew the Seljuk Empire. In the next century, the Mongols took over more of the northern lands where the Turkmens had settled, scattering the Turkmens southward and contributing to the formation of new tribal groups. By the 16th century, most of those tribes were under the nominal control of two sedentary Uzbek Khanates, Khiva and Bukhara. Let's jump to the next slide. So, in the second half of the 19th century, Northern Turkmens were the main military and political power in the Khanate of Khiva. According to Paul R. Spickard, prior to the Russian conquest, the Turkmen were known and feared for their involvement in the Central Asian slave trade. Let that sink in. Who was enslaving who? Russian forces began occupying Turkmen territory late in the 19th century. In 1879, Russian forces were defeated by the Teak Turkmens during the first attempt to conquer the Ahal area of Turkmenistan. So then it goes on further in 1881. The last significant resistance in Turkmen territory was crushed at the Battle of Goktepe, and shortly thereafter, Turkmenistan was annexed together with the adjoining Uzbek territory into the Russian Empire. And just like its neighbor, the Russian Revolution of 1917 had little, impact. And then in the 20s, the 1920s, it looked like, you had various groups that had joined forces along with Kazakhs and the Kyrgyz and Uzbeks in this Basmachi rebellion to, I guess, rebel against the newly formed Soviet Union. So during the next half century, Turkmenistan played its designated economic role within Soviet Union and remained outside the course of major world events. Finally, in December of 1991, the Soviet Union ceased to exist. Post-Soviet era, Turkmenistan They would take a neutral position on almost all international issues. And then we have, let's see, what is this? Gurbanguly Berdi Mohamedov was named interim head of the government, won a non-democratic special presidential election in 2007. Let's see. The same guy won two additional non-democratic elections in 2012 and 2017, and it appears that his son is also, I guess, the current president. So that's Turkmenistan in a nutshell, within hopefully under 10 minutes, or actually about 5 minutes, a little bit over 5 minutes. All right, thank you for this breakdown, and we'll catch you on the next episode.